morning. Yeah, what's up, Tammy? Grab me a cheap motel here. Get a cheap motel here in Portland. We'll play some Dungeons and Dragons tonight. I didn't play last week, so I got an itch to play some D&D. Charge my stuff up. I'm gonna try to get out of town Thursday. Yeah, what's up, Great Lakes? Good to see you, homie. Timbo, good to see you. Larry, welcome in. You're alive. Barely. Ryan, what's up, homie? Welcome in, guys. First comment alive goes to Tammy. First gift goes to Ryan. Thank you, guys. What up, Art Francisco? Roxanne with the heart. What's up, homie? Peter, thank you so much. Good to see you, Peter. Booger, good to see you. Roxanne, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. A literal rat's nest. Hello, hello. Trying some instant coffee out here. Oh. Pizza out, baby. I've been good, man. I've been good. Can't complain. A lot of stuff here in Portland. A lot of stuff. It's very fun. Sad to leave. To be honest with you. Like almost like crying. You know what I mean? Like I'm almost that sad to leave. I'm almost in tears. How fucking weird is that? You know what I mean? That ain't me. I'm excited to leave places. But I met a lot of awesome people here. You know? Probably met up 40 people. Overall, you know, probably like 6 of those being like fans. But I had a really good time. What up, Queen Diva? Queen Diva, whenever you started threatening Houdini yesterday, that was fucking awesome. What up, Real Car? Real Car Rose here in the house. In the flesh. Good to see you, homie. I'm gonna make some coffee here. But the rails are good. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. In a good spot for it. Yeah, I'm trying to get back to Boston. 4 Lions, eating avocado on live stream. Okay. Okay. That's fine with me. Ben, what you fail to realize, you stop paying attention. What the fuck is this sticker on my head? What you fail to realize is, I'll eat avocado. I just don't like it. I'll eat it. I'll eat anything. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of it. I'll eat the shit out of that. You know what I mean? I'll get some little ones. You didn't say how big they gotta be. I'll grab 4 little baby avocados, avocados, eat them up on a live stream. I get very sad when you don't send me the fucking money. Lions. Lime juice and salt. It is more appealing. Oh, hell yeah. She's silly. Not in a fun way, you know what I mean? Not intentionally funny. Nobody used to talk to a mental health professional get those emotions under control. I'm not buying that wagon shit either at all. But shit like that does happen out here, right? But if you cry wolf, you know, if you call everyone you don't like a P3DO, a P3, over and over and over again, with no proof or evidence to back it up, along with plenty of other accusations and false jackets, when something like that happens, you're going to be less apt to be believed. But with that whole wagon thing, I'm like, all right, so it was so dark, you cannot see the color of a vehicle. I've never seen anywhere that dark outside at nighttime, especially when your eyes are adjusted to the dark, right? But let's just say that's true. It's so dark you cannot see the person that stopped their vehicle to laugh at you. You can't see the color of it. But they drove all the way up this hiking trail, which clearly is driven on. You can see the 2 tire marks on the trail. But they drove the whole way up there, found you in your wagon without their lights on, no headlights, still found a way to hit it, even though it's so dark you can't see the color of the vehicle 10, 15 feet away from you. So things aren't adding up, you know? And they never do over there. Michael with the Buckley Spear film. Oh, that's his problem. Fucking bad. We're somewhere, dude. I don't know, man. That guy was around for like a week. False jackets being tossed around. What up, Curve? Good to see you, homie. Thanks for letting me in the live the other day. I tried to have like a normal conversation with Tank real quick. I had some questions for him, and he was really rude to me instead. I'm like, okay. I was trying to aim his live stream into what he wants, what he always says he wants for a live stream, for a brief moment. He was just rude to me instead. Oh, Lupo, you're in Portland? What a coincidence, so am I. What's up, brother? I felt bad when he came in and hitched his live last night, because like I had no gas left in the tank, dude. I was fucking greened out, sitting in my sleeping bag. You know, I didn't have any gusto left to me at that point. So I was like, yo, what up, man? Hell yeah. So you have to eat the skin. Yeah, good point, Ben. Do I eat the skin? I'll eat whatever. 4 lions, man. I'll eat whatever you want. I would have ate your booty hole for 4 lions. You fucked up. Fucked up. Try this instant coffee out. Pizza House gave me. She said she spent years finding the best instant coffee, so we'll put it to the test here. We got my water cooking over here. Water cooking. Put 2 of these packets in, and I'm gonna drink it. I'll let you know how it is. What up, Renegade? I think I'm gonna grab a motel tonight, play some D&D. I haven't played D&D in fucking 2 weeks, whatever. I didn't play last week. I forget what we were doing, Lupo, that day on Wednesday. I think that was the day we went to your work. So like I completely forgot until like it was just the start of 4. I think at like 2 I was like, oh hey, by the way, guys, like we will make it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go play some D&D today. Why not? And tomorrow try to hitchhike on out of here. Oh yeah, Katie, that's awesome, dude. Upgrade. Oh. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Alright. Get this coffee in here. Got the little stove going. I don't want to take my spoon out, so I just use the package. Yeah, it's Discord. Usually another site too. Like another website for the maps. We'll have one for the maps, and then Discord for the chat, the voice chat part of it. I just started running a game for a while. I couldn't keep up with it. I'm trying to get that started going again, but we'll see. You know, I'm not slowing down as much as I used to. You know, there's too much shit to do, too much country to explore. That smells really good. Pizza Hut turned me on a good cup of coffee. Comfy setup. Thanks, I got a sleeping bag. You got a sleeping bag too. I don't know. I sleep in the dirt. I sleep in the grass. I sleep on rocks, concrete, steel. I sleep on my ex's butt. I slept on my ex's butt once. Perfect little pillow, dude. You know? Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. I've slept on under and on top of bridges. Right now, yeah, it's a good spot. Just chill. It's nice sleeping on grass or on dirt. You know, like it's a little bit of cushioning. You know what I mean? Especially like tall grass. It's just a little bit of cushioning. It really makes it comfortable. Otherwise, like my arm is falling asleep. I'm a side sleeper, so I spin around like a fucking chubby rotisserie chicken. You know, I'm constantly fucking tossing and turning throughout the night. But yeah, it's really, really hard surface. Concrete, steel, rocks. You know, me laying on my shoulder, eventually my hand will go numb, and then I gotta roll over. And whatever, you sleep. As long as I get some sleep, I'm happy. But like, you're not getting a deep sleep that way. There's no fucking way hell. So like dirt and grass, I was sleeping on the best. Where possible. Yeah, sometimes you can't get fucking sleep out here. Yeah, well, good morning, Ronnie Jean. Keto Craft Corner. Go coffee. What's the coffee brand? Pizza gave me Mount Hagen. Organic fair trade instant coffee, single serve, 6 freeze dried. Yeah, Mount Hagen. I haven't tried it yet. It's still too hot. What up, Ronnie G? I'm heading east. I'm trying to go to Spokane. So that's the next. I don't even fucking know. I want to hop a train into Montana. The most beautiful fucking subdivision I've ever seen is between Idaho and Whitefish, Montana. I don't want to miss that. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been there in over 3 years. It's beautiful. What am I do? If I just hitchhike into Whitefish, you know, I'll be able to see Glacier Park that way. Glacier Park's past Whitefish. But like, that's a trigger a memory. I don't want to miss that. It's so fucking beautiful, you know? But like, it gets kind of fucky with the trains. It's kind of fucking Idaho with like the green stuff. You know, like if you have over a zip on you, it's like a 4-year sentence or something crazy like that. And I'm way too pretty to go to jail. You know what I mean? I'll be someone's fucking flashlight 20 minutes upon my arrival. And I'm not saying I wouldn't like that. You know what I mean? But I like to have a choice in the matter. Personally. We'll see how it all works out. What up, Roar? The name change is pretty funny. I've been doing it for almost 5 years, yeah. August 4th will be my 5th year mark. End of my 4th, start of my 5th. I did a lot of hitchhiking for a year, though. A year was just a lot of hitchhiking. I wanted to see what was in between the train yards and shit. It was fun. Oh, the Glacier Park, yeah, triggered a memory. I remember I just started getting back into hiking. Maybe 8-9 years ago. And I was in New Hampshire. Beaver Brook. It's really intense trail, dude. Like, they got rebar, like, fucking imprinted in the rock so you can climb up this waterfall, which is just a beautiful fucking hike. It's just labor intensive, dude. It's a hard hike. Beaverbrook in New Hampshire, somewhere in New Hampshire. But I met this couple who were sitting there chatting. You know, I don't know if you ever gone hiking before. The moment you walk by someone, you even talk to someone in hours, sometimes days. You know, so like as soon as you pass by someone, hi, how are you? You know what I mean? You'll talk for a quick minute at least. But out of nowhere, the wife was like, if you ever get to Montana, you have to check out Glacier Park. You have to at least see Glacier Park. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. In my mind, I'm like, I'm never going to Montana. You know what I mean? I've been fucking New Hampshire. What are you doing telling me about something across the whole country? I have seen it from the side of a freight train. It's fucking gorgeous. Gorgeous. You know? Oh, no, sorry. No, Greg, I misunderstood. It's the magic cabbage, the green stuff, the broccoli, the gardening. It is very much not legal in Idaho. Yeah, Idaho. Sorry, I thought you meant how long I've been on the road for. I'm just waking up. Yeah, no, it's very illegal in Idaho, and I'm not trying to get wrapped up with anything. So if I gotta hop a train in Idaho, it means I gotta ditch all my green stuff. You know what I mean? Like everything that goes with it, everything I've been carrying around the country and partaking with, and I just don't want to do that. You know, I just don't want to. You know, but this is better than getting locked up for fucking 6 months to 2 years for the apparatus and stuff. You know, the grinder and the smoke out of it. So it's still too hot. That's my biggest problem in life. I'm doing all right. Oh, no problem. Yeah, sorry for misunderstanding. We're in Portland. Yes. Northern? I think I'm in northern Portland right now. But I'm going to go bag a motel after this live this morning. I got to get out of here and all that. Go bag a motel if I can find a cheap one. Just because I'm cheap. I just don't want to spend a lot on a room. But I want to play some D&D tonight. I played last week. Play some D&D with the folks. I've been playing D&D every Wednesday with these folks for over a year. You know, I think I've missed like 2 sessions the entire time. So I'm gonna go do that tonight. Tomorrow I'll go fucking hitchhike out of here. I tried to bag a train. They're slow rolling. Like it wasn't like anything scary speed wise. But I just didn't feel comfortable with everything I carry. You know, I'm like, you know, I think I got my pack on, camera bag, a bucket in one hand, water and food in the other hand. I'm like, one thing gets jammed up or whatever. If I fucking hit the ground, if I fuck up, or we losing some shit or whatever. This didn't feel right, so I didn't do it. Bailed out. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I go buck wild. Like over the winter, like I grab like 3 nights in a row. I'm like, oh my god, you know. I go a little crazy with it sometimes when I can. But I try to stay transparent. You know, I've definitely met social media travelers that like try to conceal stuff. Like, you know, don't talk about the Ubers, don't talk about the motels. And I want you guys to know where your money's going. You know, even if you're just watching, like, you don't donate or gift at all. If you just watch, I want to be transparent in general. I want you guys to see how I travel the country and how I live. But yeah, a lot of people conceal that shit or whatever. I'm like, I don't fucking care. You know? Plus, like, I don't have the memory to be a fucking liar, dude. I don't know how some of these cats do it, or try to at least. I don't have the memory to remember my real life. You know, like you can mention something that happened 2 years ago that you saw on the live stream, and I'll be like, well, I don't know. Where'd that happen? I don't know. What time of day was it? Did that really happen? Never mind a fake imaginary life that I made up. So I decided a long time ago to be very transparent. You know, I just think about live streaming like almost every day, if not every day. It's cool. I get to lay everything out in like an archive kind of way. You know, so I'm doing today is what I did yesterday, so I'm doing tomorrow. I wouldn't really do that on a video as much. You know, I wouldn't have like a video on all day, every day, talking about my shit. So it's cool. What up, Shadow? Good afternoon. I tried, Greg. Houdini, what you wearing, baby? Yeah. If you show me a train rider who's never hitchhiked, I'll show you a liar, Abby. What's up, Abby? I've only met a few people like that out here. Like, I've never been on anything but a train. It's like, yo, what are you're born in a boxcar, huh? What's that like? I bailed yesterday, Abby. I straight up bailed. Slow going train, man. Slow train. I still won't catch it on the fly. I made the decision like 4 years ago, 4 years ago now, that I'm not gonna hop on moving trains anymore. I'm not gonna catch them on the fly. It's just too fucking dangerous. If I thought about it here, it's just the only way to get out. You know, the only way I know to get east. So it was cool to know I can still keep pace on my old ass. I got my ankle kind of blew up the other day too, but that wasn't the problem. I had no problem running with the train. You know, grab the ladder, was running next to it, and I had no problem there. It's just the getting on part. I'm like, you know, I gotta throw my bucket and my food and my water on, hope that I don't fall and lose all that. Some expensive shit in that bucket, man. Or I don't fall and fuck myself out. I was like, fuck this, dude. I don't hop on the fly. So now I know for sure, no matter what anyone says, oh, you can do that, I don't hop on the fly. Only when they stop. I throw Buckley a lot, dude. You enjoy taking a shower every day? I don't remember anyone asking you a fucking thing, Rip. You know, did anyone ask Rip how often he showers? No? Alright, cool. Go start a live and talk about your interesting life of taking a shower every day. You know, I use wet wipes and baby powder to get me in between the showers. You know, it's not all that bad. But what a weird thing to say to a stranger. What up, Banish? How you living, baby? You can smell me from there. That's cool. It's probably the most interesting thing that's happened in your life since 1995. We shower? Hello, stranger. I'm a report about my shower disease. The Buckley's barefoot, thank you, Shadow. And the Go Populous. It's pretty good instant coffee. Still tastes like instant coffee. Smells like success. Got a sky shower in Wyoming. You're out in Wyoming already? Hell yeah, brother. I was talking to people yesterday. They're like, yo, is Banish all right? I'm like, I talked to him right before we got out of town. I'm pretty sure it's okay, man. Bacteria-ridden coffee cup. My body's strong enough to fight it. The bacteria adds a certain je ne sais quoi. What's up, Feather Whisperer? Hail, Satan. Train behind you? You don't want it behind you. I mean, unless, you know, if you're into that kind of thing. Shower trains, what the fuck? Yeah, Rip's having a bad day. I don't know. He's like, I gotta go tell this guy that I live differently than him. I don't know why he's mad at me for existing. That's so weird. Especially it's a weekday. His homie's probably at work. You know what I mean? Like, homie's like doing what he chose as a profession. And I'm doing what I chose as a profession. Just sitting there. Well, I take a shower every day. The bacteria-laden coffee cup. The fuck, I just cooked the water. Clearly the bacteria was burnt off. Yeah, for real, heavy. I don't get nearly enough now. It's like a good talking point. Oh, it's a child? Oh, like, dude, get out of here. I'm so, now it makes a lot of sense. Homie's parents are very lackluster. If, like, you could be on TikTok on a Hobo's Live and an 18+ stream. And damn, sorry your parents don't love you, kid. Sorry your parents don't love you. You know, you gotta find your own family. You gotta find a chosen family. Don't be weird about it though. You know what I mean? Just do it. Dove, what up, homie? Hope you're doing well. Carol with the repost, thank you. Parents nowadays, I'd be a terrible parent if I don't do it. Is there a way to guarantee your kid's gonna be mute? You know, if there was a way to for 100%, that little fucker wouldn't start screaming out of nowhere. You know, if I could guarantee that, I might consider the deed. You know, consider if I could have a kid. I guess you can just duct tape. I gotta stop right now. I'm going too far with this one. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna fucking touch someone's trauma. What up, Ginger? Yeah, probably. You know, my favorite go-to move, Houdini, is like right after the post-coituses, you go in and you start eating their favorite snacks out of the fridge. You know? Oh, it's just super loud for you guys. EB, what's up, homie? Thank you. I'm doing good, Ginger. I can't complain. Just getting some coffee. We got a hike on out of here, and then I'll go hit a motel, play some Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Like the cool motherfucker I am. Tomorrow, get the hell out of here. Go hitch or hike. Jedja, what's up, homie? Pizza flavored goldfish whales. They got whales? I gotta find the right mom to put the spurs to find that. I usually go like fruit by the foot. You gotta find the snacks that are already opened. You know what I mean? Like you gotta find the ones that are already being enjoyed, and that's gonna be the little fucker. Okay, so for those just joining, we're talking about someone being rude to you on the internet and going and banging their mom. So what you got to do after you're done with the coituses is you walk around in the puff. You know what I mean? Like you have established dominance. Or boxes, you know, at the most. And then you go and you find the snacks that are already been eaten. Because their favorite snacks are not going to remain untouched. As soon as they come in the house, they're going to have at least one, right? And then you start devouring that shit. So when they wake up the next day, not only they have the hell's that smell? You know, the post-coituses of their mother. And then they got no fucking snacks either. I'm walking around with a big old belly filled with fruit roll-ups, goldfish, probably in a side of booty. Drink all the juice. What's up, you know, other creators? Oh, they do this? Is it this one? I don't know how to TikTok. I'm just dropping life lessons here, you know, just dropping life lessons. What's up, Sue? I talk a big game, but I do not one night stand, man. I do not. No interest in it whatsoever. Yeah, most of the time I don't one night stand. Put it that way. But I'm a serial monogamist. You know, I just attach intimacy and romance very, very closely. I don't know what happened. Over the last 2 years, my sleeping bag got 5 pounds heavier. I don't know what happened though. I was talking about child support. I was pregnant. Ain't nobody standing. Well, it depends what you're into, Houdini. You know what I mean? That bathroom mirror, the fucking sink is a godsend. Godsend. You gotta have a strong sink though. The last thing you want to do is rip the fucking sink out of the wall. But then again, I don't live there. You know what I mean? That's a them problem. I find them awkward and uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I like the romance and intimacy attachment, and then also like knowing what your partner likes and they know what you like. You had that drunken conversation, you overshared a little bit. Next thing you know, they're dressed like fucking Dory from Finding Nemo. Don't yuck my yum. Yeah, you know, I'm into fish. Don't worry about it. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't know judging hour had begun. What about me? What do you mean? I dress like Shadow every time. You're Dory? Oh. It's because of memory issues? Samesies. Jake Stewart, what's up, homie? Hope you're doing well, brother. Good morning, Marshall. Hope you're feeling better today. Had a hell of a go at this last year, man. Since I was up in that area, and then it seems like I had a pretty easy-going winter from what I saw. And right back into chaos, so hope you feel better. Really, Houdini? Wait, Houdini, you watch other creators? That's cool. What are they like? Just Katie. I listen to it too. Oh, that's cool. Well, as long as you're happy. Jake Stewart. It's not Friday. It ain't Breakfast Club Day. What the fuck? You worked it into the note. Hell yeah. Jake Stewart with the Kashap. Or whatever the hell you want. Maybe Breakfast Friday. Done. I'm trying to get a motel tonight. Nobody don't stop me if it's crazy priced, you know. That's one that one out of principle. But so tomorrow breakfast is covered no matter what, motel breakfast. Friday I'll try to get something fancy, you know. Some bacon and some eggs. How's the weather? Fucking beautiful, dude. Beautiful. You know. And the moment I hit northern California, not Northern Valley, oh my fucking god, was that hot. The moment I hit Northern California, it's just been a breath of fresh air all the way up into Oregon, to Northern Oregon. It's been beautiful. You know, really warm days, sometimes hot, but mostly just warm. Get a nice sweat on during the day, carry my shit around, and then nighttime I'm wearing a fucking stocking hat and a hoodie. You know, like, oh, it's just perfect fucking traveling weather. Makes me flex my love muscle. Right? You know what I mean? I've done a lot of things for 25 cents. That's my $20, you know? I've sucked them all. But, I haven't done that in days. What's up, Carsey? I remember one time I wanted to ride at a truck stop in Missouri. So I'm at this truck stop, and guy says, hey, if you want to ride, semi-driver, you know, hey, you want to ride, you got to, like, you know, clean the pipes. I'm like, all right. So I go in, I do what I got to do, you know. With lips like these, I can't blame them. I go in, I clean the pipes, you know what I mean? Stroke the shaft, taking all the gravy. Then immediately walked the whole way anyway. I wasn't there for the ride, baby. I wasn't there for the ride. Pinkies up. We live in a society. Pinkies up and drink your fucking coffee. Yeah, take a shower. Maybe Rip had a good point. Fucking dirty. I've only been at it. This is like day 4, I think. Like day 3 or 4. It's been. What day's today? Wednesday. I want to say I left Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, I think today's day 4. I think I left Sunday. I'm already a filthy fuck. It's some coffee, but it's pretty good. Mount Hagen. Pizza Hut gave it to me. Which is great. I've had coffee in camp fucking a millennia. Since 1995 was the last time we had coffee at Camp Kip. Power walk out of here. I forget what direction I'm going. I'm heading west out of here just to get to a motel tonight. Fuck, it's thick. I didn't change my lifestyle all that much. I changed my eating habits over the last year and a half or so. Lost some weight. You know, I fucking love the way I look right now. Like, I was sending like shirtless pics to a person I'm fucking flirting with yesterday, but like very comfortable doing so. I was like, oh fuck yeah, dude, I'm fucking feeling myself. So I just restricted a lot of the calories and carbs in my diet, and then like a month ago, I just jacked up the protein, like just fucking chasing protein all day. But I do the same shit. I do push-ups like 2 or 3 times a week. You know, I curl my bucket 2 or 3 times a week and it's loaded up with shit. Everything else is me walking around. You know, it takes care of most muscle groups. Just fucking buffing around the country with 100 pounds of shit strapped to you in your hands. But just up in the protein alone, drastic changes in a month. How's Portland? Fucking beautiful out here. Yeah, if you've never been to Portland, I highly recommend it. It is crazy to have people that have never been here, or any major city I go to, you'll see it, right? You're like, that place is scary, be careful. Everyone here is friendly and leaves you alone. What do you mean? The last one, last tobacco. Feel bad for me in the chat. Feel bad for me in the chat. I gotta go find a store. For my tobacco addiction. Yeah, I was doing a lot of fast food for a while. It was a good like half a year. Starting 2 years ago. It was like a good half a year where I was more worried about time than health. You know, it's like, all right, I can go walk for an hour or two, get food, find a camp half an hour, cook it up half an hour, and then clean everything up, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Or I could just, for the same exact cost, go get a fucking biggie bag from Wendy's or whatever, something quick and cheap from a fast food place. It just wasn't healthy. It became the main staple of my diet, just to eat salt and sugar. So I switched it, switched it around. Started eating a lot more chicken and non-fried foods and shit. But I have a cheat day like once a week. But I kind of fucked around last week a bunch. I'm thinking about skipping it today. But I might just order a whole pizza and eat a whole pizza today. You know what I mean? Or like a big, like I usually one day a week I just go all out. It's not a cheap meal for me. It's a cheap day. I'm going to eat thousands of unhealthy calories and enjoy every moment of it. I think it's good for the body, but especially the mind, like just to have a day where you just fucking go all out. Eat like a heathen. But I guess that's one good thing about meeting up with the preacher. The preacher known as Dumpster Pixie, her body shaming me every day while we're hanging out. Really made me feel bad. So I really started losing weight. So I guess I should thank them for being a horrible, horrible human being that points out people's flaws so she can ignore her own, I guess. Yeah, hey, thanks for being a piece of shit, homie. The laddie with the heartbeat. Well, that was poetic justice, Bryant, I lost all the weight and she found it. I was like, I don't know why I love that fucking gift so much. Thank you, EB. Shauna, howdy. I blinked on my head for a second. This became a Shauna, howdy. Thank you. I'm doing a little cup of coffee. What the fuck? EB again and EB again. God damn, you trying to get a scholarship, homie? What in the Buckley is going on here? Yeah, what's up, homie? Hope you're doing well. Make sure you guys check out Smiley Creation. Right here, we got a 15% off Christmas and July sale of all my merchandise. Trying to get a $17 t-shirt. Now's the time. It's cheap, 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 cheap. I'm just really proud that, like, we get the offer stuff so cheap to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, without fucking dropping 35, 30 bucks, 25 bucks. It's just 20 bucks for a t-shirt. A whole bunch of other stuff in there too. Blankets, tumblers, mouse pads, keychain, stickers. There's a couple of calendars floating around, I think. Still got what's up, homie? We still got a couple of calendars. The 2026 calendars for $6. You get this year's calendar from all the photos I took last year that I took. Like my favorite photos from last year, some of my favorite quotes from philosophers. And Smiley put together. And I'll work on the 2027 one soon. You too, Sean. You too. Keto Craft Corner. Excuse me. Keto Craft Corner. Thank you for the camping. Where am I at? Bam. Portland. Make a cup of coffee here. Get the day going. I got a good sleep last night, man. I didn't drink last night. That's probably why I got a good sleep. I was worried because I hanging out with people in Portland. It's like the go-to thing was we'll grab beer. You know, let's go grab some beer. So like, and I was usually one leading the charge. So I did some drinking here in Portland. It was a good time though. Really good time. You know, some nights I got a little shit-faced. Most nights not. Most nights just catch a nice buzz and go to bed. But yeah, no drinking last night. And a really good sleep. You should get something that's so fast on the screen, right? They should, you know, if you're paying over $1, they should really sit there for a minute. I think too. Oh, Buckley does have stickers, but there's no Buckley stickers on Buckley. It's like wearing your own band's t-shirt to a show. You just don't do it. You know? Plenty of people do. I always found that taproom. And you get to look at it. It's bullshit. Yeah, especially that one. It kind of sets up the whole camp and then just like disappears. It's like, let us sit for give me a second and a half longer. I think that'd be perfect. I'll go write a letter to Daddy TikTok. You know, dear Daddy TikTok, make all the gifts 3 seconds longer. Thank you. I got to see my merchandise for the first time yesterday. So I've never actually touched or seen with my own eyes the merch, and I was super nervous about that going into it because I'm like, you know, I was in Iowa hitchhiking out to Nebraska last year, and we started working with Smiley and got it all set up. Best sales pitch I've ever seen, by the way, is the email Smiley sent me. I would hop trains all around across the entire U.S. to be able for the opportunity to do your merch, but we have to get back for all the orders we're about to get. You know, like, oh, that's a fucking good pitch. But I had no idea what the stuff like. I saw the mock-ups, like in pictures and video, but I didn't get to touch anything or look at it in person. You know, so I was like, you know, I was really worried about that. But the moment stuff started landing, people started getting their merchandise. Everyone was ecstatic. You know, like no one's complaining about the quality of the merch a single time. So I was really excited for that. I'm really happy it worked out. You know, what the hell is that? Either way, I'm into it. Tina Beans with the Rock Idol. Where'd you find that one? Thank you, Tina. I think you're the first one to send the Rocky the Rock beat. But fucking it all worked out. I remember when I was first talking to Smiley about my merch. You know, Smiley's like, you can be as involved or uninvolved in this process as you want. You know, she's like, I'm thinking about this, and we're sending that, thinking about doing this, and we're doing blankets, and we're doing tumblers. I'm like, just do it all. Send it all. Whatever you would do, send it all. And retroactively, if I don't like something or if I want to take something off, we can just talk about it after the fact. You know, my thinking is, I wouldn't take welding advice from a carpenter. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do merch for a living. Clearly, we all saw the Teespring I had before the rollout we got now. So like, who the fuck am I to give advice on merch? You know? Yeah, that one dude. So I got a very low overhead. You know what I mean? Like I got more bills now than when I first started. I should just have my Spotify was my Spotify and my phone bill were the only two bills I had every month. But now I got like my editing software. I got my second phone. I got a website to transfer data around called WeTransfer. So if I'm moving it from device to device, or from computer to phone, or from phone to computer, or if I'm working with someone and I'm giving them a bunch of photos and videos or audio, I can send it with very limited compression. That's $12 a month. You know, the other phone bill was under $76 a month. I still have my Spotify bill. I fucking cannot have ads on Spotify when I'm hiking. I need to have that shit. It's $10 a month. I say all my bills per month are probably like $200. Maybe a little over 200. So I don't need a lot when it comes to overhead. You know, gear and equipment, sometimes a bunch of stuff breaks at once or fucks off at once, and that sucks, but most of the time I'm working towards one thing. Like I'm working towards boots now, and then after that I'll probably be sleeping bag, you know, like whatever. I try not to bother you guys with that shit. Yo, Hitch, thank you, homie. Thanks for having me live yesterday. What's up, Stacy? Yeah, I'm in Portland. Good eye. Head back to Boston here soon. But I got to say social media was my main source of income about 2 years ago. And then a year ago, I made social media my sole source of income, you know, and it's been fine. I've had some slow weeks. I've had some great weeks. You know, it all just depends. It's random. I'm not on here battling, fucking selling my soul for 8 hours a day. Trying to manipulate people out of money. That's all that shit is, right? It's just a psychological manipulation. But we have to beat this creator. Why? We have to beat them. Okay. Oh, I got a large win streak. We have to protect the win streak. Why? What do you get if you keep winning nothing? If this number will change from win times 2 to times 3, we have to keep that win streak going. It's all this manipulation, man. If you enjoy battling, like, that's fine. Pizza, I tried that coffee out. It's really good. It's still instant coffee. You know what I mean? But it's really good instant coffee. I'm waiting for a second cup. But yeah, if you enjoy that kind of content, or if you're a creator that likes to make that kind of content, knock yourself out. It's just not for me. You know, I could have sold my soul on here fucking 4 years ago, and I'd be fucking sitting pretty when it comes to money. But that's not why I started traveling. You know, the idea is to not have a savings. And honestly, some of the best shit I do is when I'm fucking broke. You know, some of the most hobo shit I'm gonna do is when that fucking money runs out. But usually I'm good for night in a motel once or twice a week. Usually like 1 week I'll get one night, next week I'll get 2. I get a whole day just to relax, chill out, and rest up. And then all my vices are usually covered to tobacco, fucking beer, 2 to 4 times a week, depending on the week. The green stuff, I usually got a nuggies, watch the snipe, drop the glove, no roses on the glove. If I got a homie that's battling, I'll jump in, like a good friend of mine, I'll jump in there and throw some bucks and I leave. I don't even see who wins, I don't care who wins. You know? What the fuck? That's each their own. Some people love creators that push for daily rankings. Some people love watching battles, and more power to you. Have fun in life. Just don't let people manipulate you. You know, because some of those battles get really manipulative. Don't fall for it. Pizza Hound with the high. Hey, Jasmine, what's up? The booger sugar? I haven't done that in hours. Perfect time to clear my sinuses. It's one of my favorite games to play, Rich. Late night TikTok live. It's so horrible. It's none of these things are good for the host. You know what I mean? It is fucking horrible, but I get a giggle out of it. You know what I mean? I do. I get a little giggle out of it. It's when you see a creator that's like fucking saying weird shit at 2 or 3 in the morning, U.S. Right? You look at their eyes, and you can see like the fucking pupils are as big as dinner plates. It's like, all right, are we talking like booger sugar? Are we talking ADHD medication? Or is this like a straight psychotic manic episode? You know, which one is it? Or is it a combination of someone put together? Oh. Got a pink hoodie? Hell yeah, Tina. Thank you for getting some Anywhere Man swag. I like the pink ones too, because they got the black logo and design and shit like that. They look pretty good. I needed to just grab the pink I Slept with Anywhere Man t-shirt. I just watched Smiley make it on live. I thought it looked really fucking good. Yeah, thank you too. Thank you to anyone that even fucking looks at the merch. You don't buy anything, thank you. Hell yeah. It usually takes about 2. I know Smiley says 3 weeks for delivery. Most of the time people get it like 2. Yo, what's up, Anita? See you in here. What's up, Larry Jones? You know, I woke up this morning. I was like, oh, waterfall. You know, running water, river. I think is what I pegged it as. I'm near a road. It's just a really busy road. It's some highway up here in Portland. Over yonder here, maybe a football field away, 100 yards, 80 yards, something like that. But I just sort of woke up. Like, there's a lot of times I wake up where I'm like, where am I? You know, I'm still half asleep and shit. I'm like, where did I end up last night? All right. Like, I wasn't even drinking last night or anything. It's just something that happens with me constantly. I very rarely sleep in the same spot for 2 nights in a row. You know, not often at least. So I was like, I thought the same thing with the noise. I immediately go into that thought. You know, it's like highway, waterfall, river. It all sounds the same to me. It's very relaxing. Oh, Portland's beautiful, man. You haven't been to Portland? You gotta check it out. Portland is fucking amazing. I've never had a problem here. I didn't tell a cop to shut the F up yesterday. Well, he put it into my conversation, right? Okay. So, I was camped out yesterday by like a tent city. There's like RVs and tents and everything. And everyone there was super fucking cool. Like, I was chatting with folks. Someone's dog came over to like, you know, just bark at me, got a little too close. And the guy's like, I'll grab and put a leash. Like, I'm just passing through, brother. You're fine. You know, I was like, hey, like, ask if someone's sitting out of a tent. You know, this guy comes back, but in the story. But I was walking by a guy in a tent when I first got there with a 6-pack of PBR, and I was like, hey man, like, the cops gonna break my balls if they see me drinking this, which they did. That's another story too. All within like a 12-hour window. But he's like, no, like, the further you go down there, the less they're gonna bother you. But as long as you're not like blacked out drunk, like, they're not gonna care. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a 6-pack, fine. But when I got the sixer, I'm in the fucking 7-Eleven, right? I'm sitting there looking through the beer section trying to find the cheapest sixer, 6-pack of Tall Boys. And then I hear like people walking in the store. They get kind of close to me. I turn around, there's 2 cops walking right towards me, and I'm like, "Whoa, what's up here?" They're like, "We're just trying to get in the cooler." I was like, "All right, cool." Like, I turn around, 2 cops are walking up to me. Like, what the fuck did I do now? You know? I'm like, whoa, what the fuck's happening here? I always try to get to the cooler. All right, shit, my bad. All right, no problem. I grabbed the beer, and the cop said something to me. I thought he was getting lippy with me. I thought he was just being rude. But, like, saying something wise, you know, so I fucking snapped, you know, fucking snapped my neck, give myself whiplash. I'm like, what'd you just say? And he goes, I'm jealous, man. You gotta go drink PBR. I gotta go work. I'm like, I could just give you one, dude. You can just have one, you know? And a little funny exchange. I leave. I walk by that tent. Hey, man, the cops want to bother me drinking a beer out here? He's like, nah, as long as you're fucking not blacked out anymore that way, they'll bother you even less. All right, man, appreciate the heads up. And I saw that dude getting, not arrested, but they had him detained the next morning. So I'll get to that story in a second. So I walk off, I find a nice little bush. You know, the video where I'm like, yo, I'm sleeping in a bush tonight, and here's some photos a couple nights ago. Same area, you know. And the cops drive by. They park right across the street from me. I'm like, man, like, ain't no hiding it. What do I do? It's just sitting right by my feet. Open, you know, I got 2 empties next to me in a plastic bag. Fucking trash bag. Ah, fuck. So they slow roll, come back up to me, and roll down, like, checking them PBRs again, huh? Like, yeah, like, you want one? Yeah, you can just have one. You can just give me one. Oh, no, I'd love to, but I'm working. All right, have a good one. You too. All right, see you later. I thought that was cool. They weren't bothering me about anything. But then, I woke up yesterday morning, same area. That was a couple nights ago. So I woke up in the same area yesterday morning, and they're clearing everybody out. Like I'm not going to sleep in a tent city. I'll be adjacent or something like that. I think Sacramento's the first time I ever like slept in the tent city. But I don't like people knowing where I'm at. I don't like people to be able to just drive down a road and see where I'm at. I'm not a big fan of that in general. So I found a little spot and I tuck away. No big deal. Pack everything up in the morning, yesterday morning, rolling out. And they got tow trucks there for the RVs. They got moving companies and trucks and shit, and people with high visibility vests clearing up everyone's camp. And this is when I had a slightly negative interaction with a cop. He's just fucking butting into my conversation. I wasn't talking to him, I let him know he wasn't part of the conversation. So I immediately got a camera rolling. I started taking some photos just in case anything happens, man. I don't trust police like that. The only reason I'm not in jail for breaking and entering right now from New Orleans is because I record police interactions. So I see a dude getting cuffed. And this isn't for content. I will not make videos on someone getting arrested or whatever. Dude was just detained. He popped off on the cops a little bit. They gave him a citation for it or whatever. He didn't get locked up, which is nice. But that's not my content. I have no interest in building a platform in the backs on house homies, right? No interest in that at all. But I'm recording. I'm taking photos. Just make sure everyone's acting. Everyone's going to be on their best behavior here, But they got outreach, like social workers coming through. Like City of Portland, something, community service or community outreach is called, something like that. So I walk up to that guy, and I was like, hey, how much notice do you give them before you start throwing their stuff away? Whatever. I was like, not you, the city. Like the city, how much notice do they give? And a cop comes over immediately and starts like berating me for being in the area and asking questions. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Ain't no one talking to you. I'm talking to this guy over here and I'm in public. You can't tell me where to fucking go, But I got my pack on and all that shit, So he's just like, I'm gonna bully this unhoused person today. And then he's like, you step back away from the scene. I'm like, buddy, this is a fucking sidewalk. You can't tell me where to go. Shut the fuck up. Go back to talking to the guy. How much notice did you give these people before fucking started throwing away all their belongings? And it's 72 hours. I saw the illegal camping signs, like evacuate campsite signs all over Portland. They give 24 to 72 hours, 1 day to 3 days. With that particular area, they gave them like 5. And I'm like, you had 5 days to know to get the fuck out of there. You didn't leave. It's always sad to me no matter what the situation. Like, people are losing everything they own. There's no feel good part of that at all. At all. No matter how much notice you give, but I do think it's a fair compromise. I get it. You gave 5 days to fucking beat feet. They stayed there anyway. I don't know, hoping they wouldn't come back, whatever. I don't know, it feels shitty, no matter what. Portland better than Denver. I don't really think like that. Like one's better than the other and all that. Different. I would say the sketchier parts of Denver are way sketchier than the sketchier parts of Portland that I've been to, at least. For sure. But both do pretty well outreach-wise. Most major cities do pretty well outreach-wise. Warming centers up in Denver really abundant, for really cold days and shit. Cold nights. But like I was in an abandoned boxcar. There's an encampment. There's like a string of boxcars that are abandoned in Denver. Let's just say 8 of them. I'm camped out at the one here. The encampment is here. And the homies that were living there, they were like, you should come with us into town for, and come back when we're done. We'll be there for like 4 hours. I'm like, I ain't trying to keep it for 4 hours. I got shit I want to do. Just trying to hit some Denver, Colorado green stuff and play games on my phone. So I was like, no, I'm just going to chill here. I think they knew they were going to get raided from the 5-0, you know what I mean? Fucking 12 was coming through. And they check every boxcar, and I'm there. Yo, what's up, Jen's Ghost? I got my hands out to the side. Hey, is someone in here? Yeah, you got me. You don't look like the people we usually bump into out here. And I was like, yeah, you can even see one of the cops were trying to, they were on the cusp of telling me, like, just wait till we leave. We won't come back. Oh, you just hang out, wait till we leave. But that night, where they're clearing out these camps that people aren't supposed to be at, that night was supposed to be like a pretty gnarly snowstorm. I got fucked by that snowstorm, dude. It brutalized me. I woke up covered in snow and freezing and shivering. But that's shitty, right? This is in Denver. Like, that's shitty. Like, a snowstorm's coming up. You couldn't skip a day. It's abandoned fucking boxcars sitting on an abandoned building. You can't just let people stay out of the snow for one night. But at least the unhoused homies that have the encampment, they didn't get trespassed, they didn't get kicked out, so they got to stay, unless they came back later in the early morning hours. But yeah, if I had to pick one, Denver or Portland, anywhere, I'd go anywhere, really. There's no like major cities I'm like, I don't go anywhere near there. I have fun everywhere I go, just in different ways sometimes. I'm trying to get back in Boston within like 3 weeks. I hope I get back in a month. It's going to be a minute. And we got Abby's having a celebration of life for her brother August 20th out in Wichita. And I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to go there to show support for Abby, just to be able to see Abby. We haven't seen each other in real life in years. So I'm thinking about heading down that way for that. That's a whole another 2 weeks on the trip. We'll see what happens. Like, once I land in Chicago and I see what's going on time-wise, that's pretty easy for me to do. Like, I'm very familiar with that area. Like, I can go Chicago, Kansas City, Wichita, back up to Chicago, then out to Boston. It wouldn't be too time-consuming. Thank you, Pizza Hut. This coffee's fucking banger, by the way. Thank you. Oh, they do my puzzle too. There we go. Shit, I said Abby the Spoon Lady 3 times so she shows up. I wasn't talking shit, Abby. Oh yeah, I didn't even finish that thought piece of. Before you came in, I was talking about that. I got to actually see my merch, like the pencil bag, the little zipper pouch, the canvas one. I was like, wow, that's nice, because I'm always worried about the logo, just being printed on and falling off or whatever. But it's fucking in there. It's screen printed in there like a motherfucker. And I got to actually touch my own merchandise for the first time. Happy Wednesday, Skydive. Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Remind me to see me out that way. Smiling because I'll forget. But, again, that's if everything kind of just works out in that way. If I'm near the 20th, and I'm in, out by Chicago, Illinois, I can just dip down real quick, But if it's before or after, I'll probably keep heading to Boston. Queen Diva. Who's it? Does anyone know who's it? I'm saying Portland. I've been in Portland for about a week. I'm trying to get out. I tried to get out yesterday, but I can't hop on the fly. I was thinking about it, when a train's moving. I was thinking about it. I just carry so much shit. It just does not feel safe. It doesn't feel right, so I bail. If I don't do anything I'm not comfortable with, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'll get made fun of for this, by the way. There will definitely be someone you couldn't catch it going fucking 4 miles an hour, huh? You sure you want to be out here? Maybe you should stick to hitchhiking. Hey, you ever thought about moving to Slab City? It's not a bad look, Tina. Tina, thank you, homie. Not a bad look at all. But yeah, I don't do anything I'm not comfortable with. What we do out here is already dangerous enough, so I decided not to hop on a moving train. So I'm just going to hitchhike out to the next train yard. tomorrow probably. I'll try to get a motel towards that. We're getting a motel tonight. So I played D&D. I didn't play last week, and I fucking love playing Dungeons and Dragons. So I do it every week. It's my one thing, like one sense of normalcy I do every week, where my screens are only for my own entertainment and nothing else. But sorry, that was necessary evil. Okay, tomorrow I'll probably try to hitchhike out Pasco or Spokane or something. Try to get me up to the High Line, man. Go hit some miles real quick. You know, it was so cool touching my own merchandise. Pizza Hut and Smiley, you know, because I'm on the road. Like, you can't send anything to me. I don't know how long I'm gonna be places, and most of the time I'm not there long enough anyway to get fucking mail and shit. You know, I hate waiting. I'll be stuck somewhere for 2 weeks, no problem. That's fine. But like, if I'm waiting there for a week and a half for mail in particular, I'm like, come on. It's a different vibe. ADHD brain and shit. So it's so cool to like actually touch the merch. You know, I was like, oh my god, there it is. So Pizza Hut, thank you for that. Much appreciated. Tanya, what's up? Welcome in. Gonna hop off here in a little bit, but I've been rambling a lot today, this morning. Shocker. Any questions, comments, or insults? Now's the time to drop them. I gotta finish this coffee up, and I'll be live for a bit. You know, I'm not running away just yet. But I feel like I've been ignoring the comments for a while. So, you guys got anything you want to drop or talk about in the comments? Now's the time. Todd, you went to the heart. Thank you. Plus, this lighting is amazing. Look like a fucking normal human being almost. It's crazy. Yeah, those zipper pouches are really cool. Like the quality of it, you know, every aspect of it. I'm like, damn, like, this is well made. Like new profile pic. Yeah, I did it last night when I was in Hitches Live. I was trying to figure out who's who for the Bucket Protective Services. So I just put the photo up there right before I joined. So when I joined, the photo was right on the screen. You Szechuan cow, how dare you? I've been waiting for a moment to use that. I almost used it yesterday. I figured it out, yeah. The person that did it fucked up. I think a decent amount of people figured it out at that moment. Yeah, but the person who runs that account fucked up and kind of goofed. And then said they goofed. You know what I mean? During the live said they goofed. And not too many people caught it, surprisingly, but I did. You know? It was funny too, because the person fucked up in the chat and outed who they were, right? It was straight fucked up. And it was while Token Tramp was trying to figure out who it was, but he was so involved and like he was so like invested in like talking about the situation. Like, I don't know who this person is. I'm keeping them blocked because I don't like that. You know what I mean? Which is not understandable. You know, I'd feel the same way. You know, the fuck are you? Are you like are you an op just trying to sneak in with this like Bucket Protective Services burner account? And he missed it. So I'm 100% sure who it is now. Your old flame was dogging you out this morning. I doubt that. Anyone I've actually like been intimate or romantic with doesn't hate me enough to talk shit on the internet. You know, I'm friends with most of my exes, not all, but most of them. It's just really a serious relationship I was in. All the accounts, I only know two out of the three. I think there's three that I know of. What up, Mooney? I'm good. How are you, homie? How are you? But, yeah, I'm sure you're talking about the creature. The creature! Lisa, awesome sauce. What's up, homie? Thank you for the hot. I hope you're doing well. I was just in Milwaukee, Oregon, which is It's like the suburbs of Portland. It smelled a little different too. But I thought, it threw me for a loop every time I saw it. But I thought of you, Lisa. I thought of you and Kelly. A few other people I met up in Milwaukee. The one with dogs. That's like every creator on here. I mean, every traveling creator has a fucking dog at 9. Somewhere between 1 to 9 dogs. Damn, T-Rex. I don't know you got down like that. Thank you, Lisa. Was for lunch? I'm not sure. I'm back in a motel today. I'm playing some Dungeons and Dragons tonight. I'm gonna hit the road tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm eating all today. I'll tell you right now, there's a store. As soon as I get out of this trail and get up out of here, there's a store up the road. Maybe probably take me like 45 minutes to do the whole thing and get to the store. That's a protein shake and a banana waiting to happen. You know, it's my main diet. My main diet is protein shakes and bananas. Usually it's 1 or 2 shakes a day, 1 or 2 bananas a day, depending on the wallet, depending on the location, depending on what they're charging. Some places want to charge like $7 for a shake. Now I'm like, no, okay. 6 is the cutoff for me at least. But then I'll do something either like unhealthy or just cook up some fucking food. Something simple, something plain. But I usually have a cheat day. Usually it's Wednesday. Wednesday usually we'll eat a whole pizza or a whole bunch of fast food and shit. I think it's good for you to have that day. It's not a cheat meal either. It's a cheat day the whole day. And it's fucking go nuts. But I wasn't eating all that great, like healthy-wise. I wasn't eating all that healthy. I was hanging out with Lupo and shit. We were just grabbing quick stuff as we're fucking, he's showing me the whole town of Portland and shit. Meeting all these people, all these travelers and shit. It's a fucking blast. It's a really good time. Really good time. I wasn't even eating the most sensibly as a result. So maybe I'll skip the cheat day today. We'll see how I feel once I check it. Cooking up steaks in Portland. Yeah, I mean, steak's a great one for me because it's like $10. I get a decent amount of meat and all that. But I can drop like $5 and get the equivalent, if not a little bit more, worth of chicken. Get that protein up. Oh, I can't remember the last time you're cheating on your work at TikTok. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I don't remember the last time I cooked a steak up on live. It's been a while. We're overdue for a steak live. Anderson, California. Went to the Mexican meat market. Cooked up some like finely sliced pieces of steak, about a pound of it for like $8 or something crazy like that. And then I said it was another creator's dog. Yeah, this is Ozzy the dog meat. But it's good to see you, Skydive. Hope you're doing well, homie. I can't blame myself. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm in Portland too. In Portland. Disappeared. D&D's fun. D&D's fun. I think it's important as an adult to still use your imagination. You know what I mean? We're told as soon as you hit 18, you're told not to be creative or use your imagination anymore. And everything you do should be aimed at developing more dollars. Important. Oh yeah, I know what happened to Ozzy. You guys don't know yet? Let's get into it. We'll get my charger real quick. Yes, I did a lot of. You guys have seen me do some like investigative journalism before. You've seen me chase stories and even people. So I tracked down what happened with Ozzy the dog on my own. I didn't have any help. I just did it on my own. So what happened is Steph took Ozzy the dog. Let me plug my phone in real quick. There we go. Steph took Ozzy the dog and sold him to a Mexican meat market in California. Anderson, California, JC's meat market. So I tracked down the meat market. I talked to the people there, confirmed that Ozzy the dog was part of their menu now. So I got like a pound worth of Ozzy meat. Again, a thin slice but also had some seasoning and marinade on it. A very little amount, but a perfect amount. I want to taste my steak when I'm eating the steak, especially when it's dog steak. So I cooked that fucking dog, about just over a pound worth of Aussie the dog. You got a rib? Oh, the Aussie ribs are good. Now, I don't recommend starting off, if you're going to eat dog meat, don't start off with Border Collie. It's kind of an acquired flavor. Maybe start with some Blue Heelers and Pit Bulls. But, like, it was just a perfect fucking, it was fresh, too, because it was just sold off recently. So I ate about a pound worth, just over a pound worth of Aussie meat and ate the shit out of it. So that's what happened with Aussie the dog. Side of tail. The tail's a little gamey, but, like, it's good for a stew. Make a very nice stew out of dog tail. What? Robbie, you don't like dog meat? You're missing out. Again, Border Collie is an acquired taste. Kodo Cushy. The Harvey, thank you, brother. But yeah, I figured it all out. You're welcome for the update. Fucking. They took poor Aussie and shoved him through a meat grinder head first. Oh man, poor dog. If I had to try it, I was there. I had to try it. How could I not? Like when in Rome, do as the Romans do. If someone is offering you dog meat at a very cheap price, you buy that shit, homie. You buy that shit. Dog meat's good with jambalaya. Folly, I do it. What's up, homie? Jen with the Buckley's Beer Fund. One of them ones with the repost. I think you guys are being nice today. I think we gotta put like a horror movie kind of soundtrack in the background whenever I do that bit. Just like, like an increasingly more tense song, Jaws or something. And then I ate that fucking dog. Oh, the juices, so good. You can really taste the fear, And that's that. Little Aussie fajitas. Y'all are worse than me. Y'all are worse than fucking me. It's great. I'm here for it. Yeah, it's lost 5,000 followers. Not dog, no. It's a new kind of hot dog. You know what I mean? What do I drool now that I ate dog? I don't know, man. I gotta chase balls, man. Like, people throw a tennis ball, I fucking have to run after it now. I don't know what's going on. Way more like that, right? Yeah, that's more dog-like. Dude, Aussie Tartare is where it's at. That's where you want to try out. Aussie Tartare. We're getting less and less offended people every time I go into this shit. At least loud offended people. Which is great. Because that means it's working. You know what I mean? We're getting rid of the people I don't want here. Tartar, so you can bite back. Oh, you can bite back? I like it. Find myself sniffing butts. I was already doing that before the dog meat, to be honest with you. Oops. Dropped my lighter. Pick that up. I already do that. Right there with you. What up, Pikachu's mom? Good to see you too. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to go check into a motel here in a couple hours. We'll try to. If there's one that's cheap nearby, I ain't trying to spend anything more than 80. Tops, $80. All's well here. Hell yeah. Motel, Holiday Inn. I'm just getting a night. I'll charge everything up, clean up, get moving. EB. The rainbow slag, thank you. Damn. expensive out here. This one says 68. Let's check. 78. 78 ain't bad. It's very doable. 71. No. 83. I'd like to go a little bit more out west if I could. Oh, there's some cheap ones out there too. Right by the interstate, I got a hitchhike on. That's the move. That's the fucking move right there, man. 70 bucks even. For that one, it would be cheaper. No, but 70 bucks even is not bad. It's right on the interstate I want to go to. If I go a little bit further, there's a Motel 6 on the same highway. That's 70 even as well. Might as well save the money. Whoa. 298. $298 or 81, depending on where you book it. You go to booking.com, it's 298. You go to super.com, it's 71. That's fucking weird. Yeah, that's gonna be the move. That's not even that far. Let me see. So I gotta walk. I got like 45 minutes to get out of here. Get out of this little area I'm in, this little trail I'm on. Then I got a protein shake and a banana. I'll make my way there. If I Uber on in, it's only less than 20. Ugh, 30 bucks. Maybe I could check Lyft. It'd be cheaper than Uber. No, I'm going 84, highway, Interstate 84, to go out east and then up to Pecos. Check out, see if I can get a train from Pecos to Spokane or into Montana even. There's a train yard there. I don't know anything about it. Go check it out. I don't even know. I didn't even check the rail map, so I might not even get out there. Let me check that now before I forget. Might not even be where I'm going. But yeah, we'll fucking hitchhike out of Portland. Pasco, not Pecos, sorry, Pasco. Pasco's the main objective. Oh, I'll be able to switch to BNSF there. Perfect. Okay, so that's what I was trying to do anyway. I was going to grab a UP line, Union Pacific line out of here. The trains don't stop, they slow roll, and I don't hop on the fly. I thought about it yesterday and decided not to. I don't like hopping on the fly. I got nothing to prove, you know what I mean? Back when I did that shit, I was just trying to prove something to nobody. You know, I was just trying to prove it to myself, I guess. But, so that's a possible hitchhike out of here. I was even thinking Amtrak, but I don't like paying for transportation. So I'm going to try to hitchhike out of Portland on the 84, get up to Pasco, and then see if I can get on the High Line from there. I don't even know if they stop there. I just know there's train tracks there. There's a train yard. Here's to hoping, folks. Barry. I love that name. Wild pickup trucks. Dude, wild pickup trucks are nuts, Ben. They come out of nowhere and just show up right where you're camping. You know? The craziest thing about that whole fucking situation, right? Like, one, it might have happened. Who knows? But that's the thing. Who knows? If you lie on the internet multiple times every fucking day, ain't no one gonna believe you when shit happens. That's how it works. Like, go read The Boy Who Cried Wolf. You know what I mean? We all learned that when we were super young, especially when you're homeschooled like that creator. Definitely learned about The Boy Who Cried Wolf. But what gets me is the story clearly not lining up. Like, homie's smarter than that, right? What do you mean it was so dark you couldn't see the color of the car? It's that dark out. And again, I've been outdoors for quite some time. I don't think it's ever been so dark I won't be able to see the color of a vehicle, right? But it's so dark you can't see the color of this car that's stopped and now they're laughing at you. So it's in close proximity. You can't see the color of the vehicle. But they drove up there with no headlights on and drove away with no headlights on in the pitch dark. And they're that good at navigating a hiking trail that, like, and to be able to find a wagon and a person laying down, that doesn't add up. What do you mean it's so dark you can't see the color of the truck? But they're driving out with no headlights and can still find you no problem. That don't add up. Or the fact that whenever she's sleeping, she ties the dogs to that wagon. You mean that wagon was hit by a pickup truck, got destroyed, but the dogs weren't affected at all? You know, doesn't add up. Doesn't add up. But that's the thing. Like, it might have happened. Who knows? We'll never know. You know, you can't trust a liar. Yeah, I know I made up stories about all these people I don't like, but like now you gotta believe me now. Now it happened. It's fucking insane. Report anywhere, man, though. Report anywhere, man. He said some critical thinking things I don't like. Well, she said both. She said she went right back to sleep after because she was so terrified. She went to sleep. And then she said that she stayed up on the phone with her friend and only got a little bit of sleep when the sun came up. Which one is it? You pick one. Just pick one and go with it. You know, you can't change your story mid-sentence. Well, that's always been that creator's problem, right? What's said today is different than what's said tomorrow, and definitely different from what's said yesterday. I don't know. It's so weird. All you gotta do is just be honest. You know? That's all you gotta do is just be honest. You can grow a platform, make some fucking money on it, you know? To each their own, I guess. Yeah, you figure if a full-size pickup truck, or even a small-size pickup truck, ran into a wagon, there'd be more damage than a couple of broken supports. You know? Gently nudge it over. Ugh. But again, this is why we're being so skeptical, right? You watch that creator for more than a week, you're going to catch her lying 5 times. You watch her for a week, catch her lying 5 different times about 5 different situations. You know, stories change. That was my saving grace when the allegations came my way. One, I'm glad I was the first. Like, I was the one to get the worst of it, because I can take that shit. You know, I got a thick skin. I'm gonna fuck when anyone thinks about me, you know? Or whatever weirdos fucking accusing me of today. You know, I don't mind that shit at all. Like, we had fun with it. We were laughing our ass off the whole time. You know, but I'm glad it was aimed at me first, because again, those stories would change daily. You know, the story was this day, and then tomorrow will be a whole different fucking story. So, like, to prove that person's an unreliable narrator, I'm glad I was the target for that. You know, especially because I really put it in the public eye. It'd be hard for that person to ever do that again to somebody else. It'd be damn near impossible to actually, like, pull it off and have people actually believe her on shit. Besides, like, the gabapented up old ladies. Well, yeah, you can't come out here fucking lying every day. They wonder why everyone's skeptical when something happens. Like, scam or not. Boyle cried wolf. Get him, Jen. No tarot cards allowed. Stay well. You too, homie. You too. Yeah. I have receipts for everything I said, and for most things I said. Some things happened where I was hanging out, you know. But my story never changed because it's not hard to remember the truth. Well, as the TikTok turns, Gulf Coast with the Harvey. Thank you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope your lives doing well, man. I know TikTok's all peaks and valleys. You get a shit ton of views, and then you get starved, and then you get a shit ton of views, and you get starved. You never know how long that loop's going to take, you know. But yeah, I haven't seen you live in a while. Burning Man with the Harvey, thank you. EB with the Buckley's Beer Fund. Yeah, Buckley's going to get Drunk. I'll try to grab some Oregon green stuff before I get out of the state, though, that's for sure. It's cheap. Oh my God, so cheap here. I don't know how they stay in business. I'm sure Washington's the same way. It's probably just oversaturated, you know what I mean? You know, shit ton of product in the market. Super fucking cheap. But I haven't seen it here. So Portland in particular, it was really cheap in Eugene too, but Portland's super cheap. The only place I've ever seen it as cheap, upstate New York. Western upstate New York, south of Buffalo, Salamanca, Cuba, that whole area. The Seneca Indigenous Reservation, they get really cheap stuff. Cheap tobacco, cheap green stuff. But Portland's just like the regular store you go into is super fucking cheap. Oh, well, that sounds good, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, maybe get some hot pot today. Maybe I'll do cheap meal hot pot. They got hot pot places in Portland, I'm sure, right? I haven't had hot pot in like 3 years. 2.5, 3 years. My favorite food. I'm sure they got something here in Portland. Damn, we got options. No. A lot of these are lies. The hot pot heaven. $30. $20 is a bit much. That's all you can eat, but like, $30. Let's take another peek around. What do we got? You out the way I'm going? Big Hey Hot Pot. Oh, my favorite Korean restaurant, the Olive Garden. Beijing hot pot. Oh, this one's only 25. That seems more reasonable to me. 25, and it's on the way of where I'm going as well. Yeah, I go straight west out of here, and then up. Hell yeah. Rita. Marcos, can't lay off the 211, brother. You know what I mean? You live your life. You live your best life. But that shit's gonna give you rock gut, dude. You're gonna be the Incredible Ulcer Man in a week and a half. You do you. Enjoy your life. You know what I mean? Don't let me get in the way. But I ain't worried about you. I didn't cut my hair. It's just really dirty. So all the grease on my head and all the fucking sweat and dirt, it basically works like a hair gel. You know what I mean? Thank you for the compliment, though. Wait, what did I do without you? Jed, how about this? You're invited. You see how easy that was, Jed? You see how easy that was, Jed? You know? You're invited. Come to Portland right now, get some hot pot. When I get out your way, I want to meet you if you're free, if you want to. It's not a very threatening. When I'm out that way, I want to meet you, Jed. I want to meet you. Go grab some hot pot. Yeah, I don't know. No. We're not getting hot pot. We're getting Wendy's. We're getting Wendy's. No. You go to hot pot all the time. You come in here bragging about it. One time. Oh, hey, Jed, what are you doing for dinner? Actually, I'm getting a hot pot. What the fuck, man? You didn't even invite me. Troy, you're 3,000 miles away. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oklahoma, not sure. I'm going across the northern part of the country, trying to get back out to New England, and then I'm heading south from there, probably down the East Coast. So maybe when I come out of Florida and shit, go up Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, make my way up to Oklahoma from there. Because I've still never been to Oklahoma City. It's like the last spot on the Route 66 route I've never been to is Oklahoma City. Like I've been everywhere around it. It's just Heartbreak Bowl in the city. It would be cool to knock that one off the list. Austin, Texas would be cool to knock off too. I live in Austin, Texas. Thank you for the comment, Rich. Thank you for the comment. We live in a society, folks. You drink your coffee with a fucking pinky up. Thank you, thank you. Daniel Lee Prescott. Hello, homie. And the wiener on my head. Alfalfa, I think it is. I like the little alfalfa thing I got going on today. That will not be tamed. Trust me, I've tried. I've tried to tame that. We got a vampire fucking punk rock heartbeat now? When did that happen? That's awesome. Rubes, thanks for the heartbeat. Yeah, it's got vampire teeth and fangs and a fucking mohawk. That's fucking badass, dude. Whoever styled that, thank you. You know? I wish there was a list to see who did it. Right on, right on. All right, now we're going to have a very in-depth political conversation about atrocities happening in the U.S., but I'm not going to go to a protest because I got dogs. What the fuck? Homie, if you're fucking going to be animated about the politics on the internet, do something with it. You know what I mean? Just sit on TikTok live and like, there's atrocities and not actually doing anything content-wise about it. This tells me how lazy that creator is. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Oh, yeah, I'd go to a protest, but I got dogs. What? How can you tell me you've never been to a protest before without telling me you've never been to a protest before? That's right. I got dogs. I can't go. Oh. You've only seen them on the TVs. Been the 12 this year. And I'll go live from them. Not my shtick. I'm there to talk to people. You know, I'm there to learn. Take some photos with consent ahead of time before I take the photo. You know, but I've never seen anything at a protest at all. Besides people, community building. Great conversation, community building. You know, it's not until there's a conflict that there's a conflict, right? It's not until the law enforcement side gets involved that there is altercations. Which is how it be. Left to their own devices, they're sitting there sewing. You know, the community building is really interesting, and especially in Sacramento. Sacramento was really. LA was a lot of like. A lot of posturing, a lot of performative shit. People are trying to, you know, this is LA for you in general. People got to be themselves plus 100% just to get noticed because it's such a, you know, saturated market in LA for attention. But Sacramento, yeah, I hung out with the old lady sewing for fucking 4 hours. You know, it was just really, it's a community building. The one in Phoenix, same thing. A lot of chanting in Phoenix and all that, but like nothing crazy happened. This is a bunch of people hanging out with a general goal and a general purpose. Try to have their voices be heard. You know? But one thing I noticed too is like there's no old heads. You know, like I started protesting back in like 2002. You know, as part of the Anonymous movement when that was starting up. And then we would go protest like Westboro Baptist Church, right? Because like they're fucking horrible human beings. Like they go and protest like children's plays at school and shit like that, you know. So we'd counter protest their shit, and fuck with them. Fuck them. Scientology we protested. Helped out with Egypt when they were helped out in Egypt when the government took over and got rid of their internet. We sent over a bunch of dial-up modems and packets on how to protest. But seeing the whole evolution of protesting, like here in the U.S., is so fucking cool. We didn't think road cones back in the day for like smoke and tear gas. You know, we would take 2-liter bottles and they would cut them at an angle and then use the spout as a handle and cover your face that way to get out of Dodge. You know, just a real quick thing. You got put it over your face, get the fuck out of there. These cats now take a fucking road comb, put it over, and dump water on it. I'm like, that's way smarter. You know, so seeing the evolution here in America, at least, of protests is fucking super interesting to me. Like, damn, they got it all figured out now. You know. Or that church. Yeah, I think they were like nationwide, Westboro Baptist Church. I always thought they were from like Westboro, Massachusetts, but we associate things that we know. I might be wrong about the national thing. But they were a big group for quite some time, causing problems. Water cannons, really? Like a shield or something. You have to be a tall. You have to be able to step into it. But does it still push it back? Probably would, right? How do you beat that? A tough one. Umbrella. Westboro's out of Kansas, really? Okay. They are national, though. Yeah, they're a really hateful group of people. Shadow, the damn hand heart. Yeah, we saw about Massachusetts and everything. There's a Westboro, Massachusetts as well. I was like, I don't know if they're local or there, but all right, Becky and Ben, they're from Kansas. Let's go interview him now. The mounted at the top of a van. Yeah. What could you do? What could you do to beat that? It's a tough one. It had to be something angled. You know, it couldn't be flat. It's just gonna eat the whole momentum. Something with a point to disperse the water out. That pressure alone is still gonna move you, no matter what. There's gotta be a way. There's always a way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. You know, pressure's gonna get you either way. Nothing you use is gonna really hold up against it for long. I know, Hitch. You can just use your giant wiener, big old wiener. Craig, share, thank you. 6 inches of water. Yeah, 6 inches of running water. It's got to be running, not trickling. You know, but 6 inches of running water can move a person and sweep you out from under your feet, like a river. You know what I mean? Something like that. Or to move a whole vehicle, a whole car, it needs to be a foot of water. That's it. Move a whole vehicle. Enough pressure. Again, it's got to be running water. It can't be a trickling creek or something. You know? It's got to be completely. Got to cover the vehicle completely. Otherwise, it'll traction up somewhere. With all four tires and shit. But yeah, 1 foot for vehicles, 6 inches for humans. Really handy information to have. You're trying to cross a river and you're like, wait a second. Maybe I shouldn't. When in doubt, whip it out. Yeah, you know, Smokey. I feel like I can get away with that in Portland here. You know what I mean? Conversation gets slightly boring. You're trying to get away from it. Just take that thing out, man. Jason Joshua, what's up? Really? Just 2? I feel like an inch would take care of that, Ben. Oh, yeah, for sure. Sorry, dude. My last time in Portland, I went to a hostel. My last time in a hostel, I think. I don't want to share rooms with people and shit. You know what I mean? You always make some friends, though, no matter what. It's just Indiana friends everywhere I go, no matter what, anyway. But, we went out to a bar. It was like me, a German woman, a woman that lives in Washington that comes down just to meet friends at a hostel, which I thought was pretty interesting. And I want to say it was like a Nova Scotian guy that's passing through real quick. So we all go to the bar. And we're outside having a puff. And this dude's just in the middle of the street, just fucking going ham on himself. So immediately, my dumb ass, I'm like, hey, buddy, cut it out. You know, whatever the fuck I said. And the woman that was from Washington was like, hey, he's not bothering anybody. Just don't look at him. And I'm like, what a good fucking point. You know, he's not bothered. He's just doing his own thing. You know, like it's the middle of the fucking night. He doesn't worry about kids being around and shit. You know, but on top of that, like, it's only a problem if I look. You know, I think that's kind of the vibe of Portland. Like, yeah, whatever. You ain't bothering anybody, I don't bother you kind of thing. Don't bother me, I won't bother you or whatever. You know? Now, should people be allowed to go fucking do that? No, of course not. You know, we're crossing some lines here. But it did kind of put things in perspective for me. I'm like, you know what? This is none of my business. I'm making this my business. Worried about what other people are seeing because I don't give a fuck personally, you know? And all I gotta do is just not fucking look at it. Problem is solved. I think they're doing some landscaping here, so I better get the fuck out of here soon. They start cutting all this stuff. It's very clear that I'm, not supposed to be here. I wasn't bothering anybody. I don't think from a legal perspective, Hitch, from a legal perspective, you're probably still going to get in trouble if a cop stumbles upon you while you're doing your business in the middle of downtown Portland. You know, but like, as a human being walking by, they probably just mind their own business. I don't know what that is at Post. You know what I mean? The mistake I think you came in here is you came in thinking that I have an intellect of any sort, in any which way, shape, or form, which I do not. I don't even know what that word means, you know? Is that a typo? You talk about goats? Love goats. Their eyes kind of weird me out a little bit. You know what I mean? They got the sideways eyes. I'm like, you know, that kind of weirds me out a little bit, but they're so cute. As well, you know, it's a thing I can look past. But yeah, I don't know what that word is that you used there. When you're talking to me, you got to talk like you're talking to like a sixth grader. And nothing over 3 syllables, nothing over 2 syllables. It's a pretty safe bet. You know, but even within the confines of 2 or 3 syllables, I'm still gonna fucking have no idea what you're talking about. The fainting goats are pretty funny. I always feel bad for them, but it is cute to see. But Troy said it's okay. Hey, Troy said it's all right. All you gotta do is let's not look at it. Social media creator encourages. Social media causes increased fish human pregnancies because of all the man seed going down the fucking drain. Look at that cute fucking stingray. What did Marie name him? Pierre or something? Pierre. Put your back legs. Wait. If you put their back legs in your boots, they can't run away. Oh my. But the running's my favorite part. You know what I mean? I like a good chase. You know. And plus, I'm a gentleman. I get them their own pair of boots. What's my coffee cup out? Try that out before I get out of here. I gotta get moving here. It's 11 o'clock. Trying to do an early check-in at a motel today. Trying to think what I can get away with today. Get a cheap motel. I think D&D was canceled, actually. That's not today. Okay. I think we're having some technical difficulties from the website that we all play from. I think we're good to go. I bet you do. Sometimes I use Booking.com. The way I look at it, I'm gonna go Becky with the campering thing. The way I look at it is this way. I could use one website every time. and get a free room every 10 rooms or every certain amount of dollars, usually about 10, you get a free room. That's cool as shit, right? Free rooms are handy. But you're going to be paying 5, 10, 15, sometimes $20 more because this time Priceline's much cheaper. The next time Expedia is much cheaper. The time after that Super.com is much cheaper. You know, so like if you use the same one every time, I feel like ultimately you're going to pay more. If I'm saving 5, 10, 15 bucks every time I book a motel room by using different third party, you know, after 10 rooms, that's fucking 50 to 300 bucks. You know, depending on the situation, depending on, you know, what I'm saving. So no matter what, I'm usually going to get about one free room equivalent anyway, or even more, you know. But I'm really bad with money, so it doesn't work out that way at all. You know, I'm not good with money. I enjoy it while it's here, I don't miss it while it's gone. It's a terrible way to live. I don't recommend it. But don't worry about that. Normally nice rooms. I go for the cheapest in town. As long as I got what I need. You know, as long as I got outlets, a bed, 4 walls and a roof, and a fucking door, and no one can bother me for a minute. You know, I'm all about it. But, what was I gonna say? I don't mind there's a couple of bugs here and there, whatever. You know what I mean? Especially in the south, it's always hot and they don't die off in the winter. Like, you know, it's bound to happen. You'll see a roach here and there. But, like, there's only been a couple times, a small handful, at most 5, where, like, I was in a room and it was just unbearable with bugs and shit like that, you know. But I'm not hanging out at the Ritz-Carlton. You know, I got a few really nice rooms throughout the years. Like, I was in St. Louis a few years back, and someone from there went to the casino all the time. He got free rooms there whenever he went. So he got me a free room casino, fucking decked room, beautiful view of the Missouri River and shit. St. Louis River, sorry. But, one of the two. I was working somewhere and they put me up in a nice motel because I got destroyed by like terrible weather out in Alabama. I was working up there. They got me a motel room because they felt bad for the next night. And I started work the next day and shit like that, you know. The most I ever spent on a room I think is $120 for one night. I did that once and I got fleas for it. I don't know. I paid extras to get fucking fleas. The only time I ever got bugs from a motel room that I remember. Fucking fleas. Missouri River, okay. Oh, it's not St. Louis River. I'm thinking the Missouri River goes all the way up to Duluth, Superior, Wisconsin, Minnesota by Lake Superior. Goes all the way down to St. Louis, where we get a lot of our metal from. A lot of our metal in America. You'd think it would be like by the mountains. We get a lot of it from the water. That started up in Massachusetts. We found marsh kind of areas have a much higher strength steel or iron. So we started getting our iron ore from there. But they do a thing in up by Lake Superior in Superior, Wisconsin called taconite. Taconite's this like round fucking ball of iron. And they did this conveyor belt that goes all the way through Superior. It's like 2 miles long and shit. People have whole careers just maintaining this fucking conveyor belt. You know, they work it for 30 years and they retire and shit. It's really cool to me. But we send a lot of our iron down that way. And once it hits the Missouri River, it starts going up to the northeast to get processed. You know, go to Pennsylvania and shit like that. Get processed out. If I understand correctly. I've never seen Sharknado. Let me know if it's good. I'm sure it's one of those it's so bad it's good kind of thing. See, which is $1,000 motels. I mean, no matter what, I've worked in a lot of restaurants, and it's like you're gonna have something there, no matter how much you have that exterminator coming through, no matter how many traps you got. You know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be bugs there. You know, especially in motels, you have so many people coming and going. There is food on site and shit usually. You know, usually there's some bullshit. Oh, there's my fucking hat. But I don't mind a couple. Like I said, I don't mind a couple here and there. I have no problem with that. I live outside. You know what I mean? This is when there's an unbelievable amount. I'm like, like that one in Sacramento I got that I called out. And if they didn't steal my security deposit, I wouldn't have called them out by name. I was just doing footage to do footage. But when they stole my security deposit, I made the video, right? The guy was 5 feet away from me. He watched me make the whole video, which I thought was weird. I thought he'd walk off. But no, he was 5 feet away from me when I made that video. Let me tell you about the lowest rated motel here in Sacramento. Even at the end of it, then they stole my security deposit. And you can hear it in the background if you listen closely, yeah. You know, it's like huffing and puffing out here and shit. Whatever, man, you want to steal my $30 and get my $30 back. What the fuck? Made $10 on the video. And then telling the story, I think I made another 40. Some people like, yo, here you go. I think like Elizabeth and someone else came through. Gave me like 20 each, something like that. Yeah, I mean, most places, like 1 out of 50 to 1 out of 100 will steal my deposit. You know, but I don't have money like that. You know, getting ripped off sucks no matter what. You know, there's nothing that feels good about getting fucking ripped off by somebody. But at the end of the day, it's like, whatever, it happens. You know, I just tell myself, I know people like that exist, and I just met another one. Most negative and shitty people, I just tell myself, I knew they existed when I woke up this morning. Let's act accordingly. But, you know, people, some places want a $150 deposit now. It's like, and I get it. You don't trust me enough as a guest to not fuck your room up because I'm a stranger. But I got to trust a stranger to give me my money back when I leave. Or even worse, like do it on a card, send it back to me a week later when I'm hundreds and hundreds of miles away. You know, and like, what the fuck am I going to do? Go to small claims court? I ain't going to be there. You know? All right, get my $100 back. We're going to take you to small claims court and then sit here for 3 months to get all that situated, if not longer. You know, it's just not in the cards for me. I try not to do over 50. I try to only do cash. And I'm fortunate enough to have a social media platform, so if someone really fucks with me, at least I get some content out of it, you know? At least I'll get some footage out of it. I should have recorded the guy when the conversation was happening. But it was so blindsided, because I stayed at that motel before, and he gave me the deposit back, right? It was like a $30 deposit. I stayed at the motel before, the week before that, no problems at all. It was a shitty motel, you know, but there were no bugs. There was no, I was on the floor, a floor above, and like on the other side, and there was no bugs. And the second time I went, there's fucking roaches everywhere, dude, everywhere. To the point where like, I'm trying to go to sleep, and every time, like, you know, my shirt brushes against me, you know, it was not a good sleep, it wasn't a good time. And at the end of that, they fucking steal my deposit. They looked at blinds. Once I brought up the bugs, you know, can't never gonna, don't you ever. Yeah, can't never gonna with the kashap. Thank you, homie. But yeah, no, fucking, you know, it's whatever, you know, it's gonna happen. But yeah, he came in with photos of the blinds that were broken when I got there. In fact, I didn't want the light coming in because it's hitting my computer screen, so I took the broken part and put it up on the you know, attached it back to itself. It lasted like 5 minutes and fell back down. You know, it was like a Venetian blind, but like sideways, and it was cracked in the middle. It's probably been there for a year. Oh yeah, that was you. I was like, oh, I got a video here of these bugs. You can look where the sun's coming through. You can see that break in the blinds. Just as soon as I came in. He goes, you move it, I move the furniture around, I move it back. You know, because I can set up a computer desk with the, you know, TV as a second monitor and shit. He's like, you move the furniture? I'm like, yeah, then I moved it back. He's like, nothing, no furniture's broken. What the fuck's the problem? He shows me a dent in the bathtub. And he's like, oh, that was you. I'm like, what the fuck do you think I was doing in that bathtub? I put a dent in it. You know, but he's like, I checked the room after the last person, none of the stuff was there. Which is a lie. Either one, he didn't check it, he's not good at his job. Or two, everyone that gets that room, they hit him for the deposit. You know? PGI, what's up, homie? How you living? We're following this account, right? Yes, okay. Hope you're doing good, homie. I don't want to talk shit and say who you are, though. Always good to see you. What's his fucking problem? Oh, shit. My computer snuck out of my pack. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, like I said, it is what it is. But I'm lucky enough also have a social media platform. I'll make some of it back no matter what. You know, even if I don't get like people like, yo, fuck that, here you go, I'll get it back to you, whatever. Just on the video. But this thing that sucks. Like that's probably my highest performing video in the last like month and a half or so. And it's something negative. You know, it sucks like that. It's one thing I fucking loathe about social media. Like the comment section is usually pretty supportive, even when people are new coming through. You know, because I don't bullshit and I don't victimize myself or whatever. Like, hey, here's what happened. I stay very factual about it. You know, here's everything that went down and how, you know, here's some fucking visual cues to back up what I'm saying, so you know I'm not full of shit. Right? But the videos where people are fucking with me or weird shit's going on, the negative side of traveling, those are the videos that do the best. You know, and I wish it was not that way. I really do, dude. Because, like, when, like, I'm showing, like, people doing outreach or doing kindness or just fucking community building or people looking out for me, going out of the way to make sure that I'm all right. When I show that shit, average views, if not less than average. But whenever someone's doing something rank or fucked up to me or something's going horribly wrong, that's when the views jump up. And it's like, oh, because that means, like, the people, the casual watchers of my platform, people that don't really, you know, fucking dial in and watch every video or watch the lives and shit, all they're seeing is all this negative shit all around the U.S. And I think we have enough of that. You know? Like, there is enough of that for our daily consumption of information. So it is a drag. The only way to fix that is the fucking rage bait. I don't want to be one of those creators. You know, like woman does terrible thing, and it's just like them feeding people that are hungry or something, you know? Average isn't good. Look, man, if you want average, I gotta do it twice. Gulf Coast with the shares, thank you. I'm all out of hobo scholarships, guys. Don't be too nice to me. What would a hobo scholarship be? A 6-pack? Congratulations to a 6-pack and a fucking jibba jabba. One pre-roll. I'm gonna get out of here in just a moment, folks. It's time for new socks. Oh my god, dude. I got just three of my little Piggly Wigglies. I don't have too much walking around to do today. Oh, these last me a long time. All these socks are over a year old. With all the walking I do, that's a decent turnover. Been a hobo follower for 2 years. It's been 2 years, brother. Damn, time flies. Time flies. Kelly, you in here? Sorry, let's go through real quick. Don't feel pressured to stay. But I saw Milwaukee. I was thinking about you and Lisa like last week. So I got to Milwaukee, Oregon, which is right outside of Portland, like a suburb of Portland. So I was hanging out in Milwaukee, Oregon, but my brain couldn't wrap around that. You know, like I knew logically I'm in Oregon, but my Rita with the Galaxy, thank you, Rita. Yeah, I came pretty close, Gulf Coast. Very lucky to be alive between last winter and this summer, I'm telling you what. It's all part of it, I guess. But yeah, I was in Milwaukee, Oregon. Like, my brain kept like, oh, you're in Wisconsin. You're in Wisconsin now. Like, made me think of all the good times I had in Milwaukee when I was up there. A lot of that was Kelly. He gave me a tour and shit. Tried a lot of local foods out. A spud in your sock. Interesting. So, like, one thing I noticed about the UK, like your guys' is like turn of phrases and catchphrases, whatever, like, you know, your common sayings, usually they make fucking sense. Ours don't. Now, I'm still Lupo's one here, because I can't think of any examples on my own right now. But I don't have the spoons for this. It's a weird one. You know what I mean? Again, Hobo Lupo was talking about this recently. I was like, I haven't really heard that one, but I've heard it. I just never thought much of it. But it means basically I don't have the energy to deal with this right now, or I don't want to deal with this right now. I don't have the spoons for this right now. What the fuck does that mean? What do you mean you don't have the spoons for it? Oh, well, if I only had a couple of spoons, I'd be much more energetic. You know, Abby the Spoon Lady could say it. She plays the fucking spoons. But those with the UK, especially like, you know, your part, it's only really insight I have besides the internet's. You guys, your turn of phrases actually like make fucking sense. Oh, spoon thing, I've heard of that. I have no idea what it is, but I've heard of it. Oh. Yeah, but I don't got where the spoons come in. Oh, ain't got the stones. Yeah, that's basically saying you ain't got the balls, right? Same thing. You ain't got the stones from this baby. These spoons are anatomy too? I don't fucking know. But I'm gonna get out of here in just a moment, folks. Get your questions, comments, and insults in before I go. I'm gonna go get me a nice cheap motel. I was thinking about getting some hot pot, but I think I'm just gonna skip that another day. Just order a pizza or something. You know, it'll probably be the same amount of money. I might go that way anyway. Yeah, maybe I'll get some hot pot. I'll do a video on it. Hell yeah, Jay. Ramona, what's up? So I'm just gonna comments before I go on and get out of here. Well, where did it come from, Punk Kitty? Like the spoons. Alright, spoons now depict energy. What? Yeah, you only got a certain number of spoons per day. What the fuck? Who started this? What insane grandma started the spoon thing? You too, Chickasaw. Good to see you, homie. So I was talking to you yesterday. You, Hitch, Token, Lupo came in for a quick minute. Houdini, Queen Diva, Shadow. I'm missing. Who's in the bottom left? I'm missing somebody. Marie. Fuck, did I forget Marie? Spoons of sugar gives energy. Ah, okay. Just the party I was asleep. A loser. You know? We talked about you, Chad. We talked about you. All good things, too. All good things. You know, I go in, everyone's calling me a piece of shit as soon as I walk in the door. It happened to me twice yesterday. two different times. I got false jackets for my own community. So I go into Tokens Live, and the whole chat's like, oh, we're talking about it. Claire's watching from the hallway, you know, like watching from the For You page. I'm like, I just fucking got in here. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. And then I see Hitch's live. I'm hanging out at camp, and I'm like, I can dip in there now. When I got done with everything, I'm like, I can dip in real quick and say hi in the chat. You know, I was hitting the green stuff hard, so I wasn't going to go into the box, but I was like, I gotta say hi to everybody. The same thing when I walk in. Oh, he's definitely watching from the hallway. I heard us talking about him. I'm like, what? No. I just showed up. God damn it. Oh, I don't watch from the hallway. That's creepy. Unless I'm calling someone out or doing research. Which I find is an acceptable form of creepiness. Did Token call me out? I don't remember for what. I was pretty lit. I was drinking last night. I was just hitting the green stuff. But I was like one pack in, you know. I was one in when I showed up. And then during the live, I packed another one. I found myself two different times. I was so lit by the end there. I was trying to like rehearse what I was going to say next. You know, like, okay, I'm going to like drop a joke. Someone else will be talking. And they'll be like, all right, we're going to talk about this, talk about that. My microphone's on. So if you heard any like background chatter from me, I wasn't talking to anyone but myself. I do that a lot before videos. I rehearse it out. You know, not like, you know, an animated way, just kind of like get the talking points down and then go into it. Same equivalent with people that write stuff down. I just talk it through real quick and then I start the video up. Or if I'm in a store, I don't write lists, so it's a mental checklist, but they come very verbal as I get older. They've gotten more and more verbal. You know, so we go through the store like, oh, I need eggs, water, bacon, and a tripod. All right, get the eggs here, get the water, get the tripod. And then I'll look over at someone who's staring at me like, oh, I look like a fucking crazy person who's walking around the store talking to myself. You know, I will say the caveat is if you hear voices talking back, you gotta go fucking get it checked out. You know what I mean? But as a whole, yeah, I'm doing my mental checklist. What's for lunch? I'm thinking hot pot, man. I might grab some hot pot today. My favorite food. I haven't had it like over 3 years now. Last time I was out in Arkansas. But I might. I'm not sure. We'll see how ambitious I feel. I got like 45 minutes to get the fuck out of here. Work my way out of this little hiking trail I'm on. Oh no, pickup truck. if you know, you know. Just don't argue yourself. You'll never win. No, you forgot the list. I did list for a little while. I was working on my ADHD shit. I'd make a list, and I realized I wouldn't even look at it. You know, I wouldn't even have it in my hand. I wouldn't even like look at it. And then by the end, I'm like, oh, did I get everything? And then I'm like, I didn't cross anything off this fucking list. So like, yeah, I could do all the inventory now, or just say fuck it. I just say fuck it. So like, lists are useless for people like me. Oh, Chickasaw, I called you out last night for falling asleep on the live, by the way. I always forget coffee. Yeah, can't never good at thinking from the fucking Kashap. Pizza Hut gave me this coffee here. I had 3 cups of it real quick to start my day off. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. Mount Hagen instant coffee. Am I gonna replace that with my favorite, the Folgers coffee tea bags? No, that's still the go-to, but that's a good second place, man. Solid coffee. And the price was right, you know what I mean? Gave it to me for free and shit. I didn't even have to make a video incriminating myself. I didn't have to, but I did anyway. Julie with the hair, thank you very much. There's your coffee order. Hell yeah. I never know what to do once I order the coffee and you're waiting for it. You know, and I think most people just go on their phones. I just kind of look. I look around and stuff. It's got to be really weird to hang out with me for a prolonged period of time. Like if we're hanging out, having a conversation, we just talk and everything's fine. You know, you'll see me look over at stuff because my head's always on the swivel kind of vibe. But if we're hanging out for a prolonged period of time, you'll just see me start looking around at stuff. You know, I'm a scenery bum. I like looking at shit. I like people watching, I like checking out stuff. I like looking at scenery. I like fucking looking at people. I like looking at whatever. You know, and you'll see me kind of do these. Kind of, you know, I don't even know what people would think when they see me do it. Usually they think I'm bored. Usually the go-to is like, oh, you must be bored. I'm like, oh, no, I'm just looking at this thing over here. You know, especially now doing like the social media stuff, photography stuff, and video stuff. I'm like, oh, that'd be a cool shot. Oh, let me get I'm considering, do I take my camera out for that? Is that worth taking a photo of? You know, constantly just looking around at shit. But I do wonder what people are thinking when they first see it before I explain it to them. You know, or they even believe me when I explain it to them. You know, because like, yeah, I'd just be fucking. Like you're doing something, and this is 0 Troy involved, 0 Troy's needed for the process. I just started looking around. I was hanging out with Hobo Lupo and his friends out by a river, and I spent a good 20% of the entire time we hung out just looking at a bridge. I'm like, where's the shot? I jump in the conversation, blah, 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 and then go look back at the bridge. Where's that shot? There's a shot somewhere. You know? It's weird. I used to not do that when I was hanging out with people, though, because I felt like I was being rude. But then I realized my content slips because I'm hanging out with someone, so I'm not getting any shots or anything. No B-roll, nothing beautiful. You know, it's all just memories lost. I did TB. I appreciate that, homie. I'm gonna get a motel tonight and then fucking try to head on out of town. I tried to get out of here yesterday, but you know, I can't get trains while they're moving. Not with all this gear. It doesn't feel safe, so I bailed. But I appreciate the offer, man. Very nice of you. What up, Brooke? Yeah, save those favors for yourself when you come through here, man. Oh yeah, Hitch. I trust me. I know that feeling. Yeah, I'm gonna go for like an hour, then I'm done. You know, and then 4 hours later, you're like, I gotta go. There's so much stuff I was supposed to do. But I think it's a telltale sign that you enjoy what you're doing if you go live, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to go live eternally, like half an hour, and then I'm done, and then you're live for triple, quadruple that amount of time. It means you're having fun. That's the whole point. I don't know what happens. I feel like at a certain point, social media creators just get to a certain level, and like, it's not fun anymore. It's just business and money. Forgetting like how fun it was when you didn't give a shit about that stuff. You just care that people would watch your stuff, you know? On that part. There we go. There. Do you guys use shaving cream? What's up with that? Why? I never got the shaving cream thing. You know what the fuck's the point? A little water's fine. I ain't dying. Let's go the other way first. This way, that way. Go that way. There we go. Now I'm coming for the more precise cleanup. And aftershave? The fuck's the point of aftershave? Yeah, what's the point? Like, oh, it burns, you think it's doing something. But like, trust me, you don't need it. Birdie, thank you, crazy cat lady from San Antonio. I was gonna do this off of live, but like, you know what I mean? I got a mirror right here. It's the fun part. I got a straight unibrow, by the way. I've been doing this since I was about 13 years old. It's just a fuck. Boom! Straight across. But I did a video yesterday. I can see like I was looking like the fucking wolf man. So we can get rid of that. And that's all I'm gonna do here until I clean my shit up more proper. No time. I think it's time for a new toiletry bag too. This one's getting a little holy over here. Are you doing the same thing, Chica? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Lost my toothbrush though. Lost my toothbrush. Hell yeah. Get more toothpaste. No, I don't get razor burn. No, I don't even know what that feels like. To be honest with you. Is that a thing? Like, what do you got, like a rash or something? I use a little bit of water. Like, usually if I'm in a motel, I got running water, I just wet the razor, shave up and fine. Like that. There's water, you know, it's not dry. I just don't really care about shaving cream. I guess if you're prone to ingrown hairs, you probably shouldn't do it like I do it. Probably makes that worse, I'm assuming. Yeah. It's a beautiful shot of a spider right there, hanging in a web off of a tree with the sun hitting it. Let's see if I can get the shot quick before it moves. Oh no. I'm out of battery. No, it's a beautiful shot. No. Yeah, the battery's empty already too. One thing I can't really charge on my power banks, batteries for this. Have to have an outlet. I think I'm gonna grab two more. I think there's one more. One or two more batteries once I get up to Boston and take that break. Happy horse shit. It's got some juice, but it might not be able to pull. Yeah, it can't. Gives me a display, but it can't actually pull the photo. Take the photo. Oh well. One less thing to edit later. Rest is up. It's just falling out of this bag. This bag's fucking beat. I've had it for too long. I like using shit for as long as humanly possible, though. Yeah, this is an older camera. I think the camera itself is like 8 to 10 years old. So like, some outdated stuff on this. It's a fucking beautiful camera. I can really get some great shots. I didn't realize I was fucking up my shots for a long time though, because I'm like, okay, I want the whole scenery to be shown. I'd up the aperture to f-stop 22, which is inviting what's called light diffraction, if I remember correctly, which made all my shit a little bit blurry, not extra crisp and clear. I'm like, oh, so I really shouldn't be shooting past like f-stop 14 or 16, even if I want to get the whole scene in. The lower the f-stop, the more blurry the background, the foreground's going to be. What about? What up, Dino? I don't know, Brooke. I might go live later. I might not. If I get Hot Pot, I might go live from Hot Pot. But I don't have a lot of time. It's going to take me until about noon time, noon 30, just to get out of here, just to get back on the roads and shit, this hiking trail. So I don't want to pack this toothbrush wet. So Hot Pot's like an hour endeavor. So they're eating for like an hour between doing everything and all that. So if I do Hot Pot, I might go live from the Hot Pot place. I have a big table by myself usually. And they're bigger tables because you have a hot plate built into the table. So maybe I'll go live from there or something. But we'll see. I'm not sure yet. Figure it all out. Should be live tomorrow. Do some hitchhiking. Unless for some reason I got a hike up there. Then it'll be regular live, and then Friday hitchhike. I haven't found a cheap enough room. Maybe I'll just get too fucking nice and chill out for a bit, but I should get moving, realistically. Hey, not too bad. Only You're only fucking looking like half a bum out here. Booking my ticket, hell yeah. Better get here by noon 30 though. I'm eating without you. Alright. Feeling ready. Fuck this day in the booty hole. Or whatever. Inspirational. Be inspirational. Alright, let me go on and get out of here though. I'm gonna fucking finish packing this shit up and go on again. You guys are awesome. You guys are hanging out. I will be back either in a few hours or tomorrow. Crazy Cali is here. Tony, have a good one. Pizza Hut, have a good one. You never heard Noon 30 before? Hell yeah. Enjoy it. Use it. Live it. Go nuts with it. Not whatnot. Alright, I'm out of here. See you, Jen. Anita, have a good day, homie. Austin, have a good day as well. You put stickers on, put anywhere but stickers on your Jeep? Thank you. Thank you, Dino. Prostitute I came up with on my own. I don't know if I'm the first one to ever say it. Prostitute. But I never heard it before I said it. You know, something I came up with myself. So enjoy that one too. It's all open source. I didn't say it for years. I started doing social media travel stuff. You know, people say weird shit. Like, yo, man, I'm not a fucking prostitute out here. Or am I? Let me go on, guys. You guys are great. You guys for being here. You guys for being here. I'm going to start my day up. See y'all soon. Prostitute at noon 30.